Hello everyone, today we are going to introduce the action plan of our group by recommending the solution to the issue that the Fire Media team face in the process of their Fire Festival event planning and leading. We have defined the recommendation we will implement, and that is establishing better relationship with the internal team, which includes the employees, and the external team, consisting of partners and consumers. Our team consists of 4 members in total. We have KU, King, which is myself, Jen Yu, and Fang Qi. Each member will be responsible for a task allocated, which we will mention later on. To begin with, let's have a specific description about the recommendation. As described in the case, the limited communication between the organization and customers led to a series of problems. Hence, this recommendation specifically refers to listening to people's idea, boosting production efficiency, preventing leak of information, and ensuring that the ticket holders are updated with the information of the event. Listening to people's idea means organizations should listen to not only opinions of the consumers, but also the internal team and partners, and then discuss and weigh their opinions, and then finally make a decision based on the feedback received. McFarlane in the case just didn't listen to Yaron Lavi's suggestion to postpone the activity, which led to a series of subsequent problems and even decided the failure of the activity to some extent. Boosting production efficiency means organizers assign tasks to the internal team and partners in advance, giving them time to make preparations and promote the activity process through active communication. Chloe Gordon in the case was surprised to find that the organization had done little preparatory work 1 month before the event started, and the lack of active communication delayed the activity process for 3 days, which reduced the production efficiency. Apart from that, preventing the leak of information means that organizations should assign their employees according to their duties to monitor all aspects of customers' information application, track the traces at the same time, automatically records all user system operation traces, and even hand over management system for safekeeping. Another point is to ensure customers' right to be updated of any changes happening during the event organization, meaning that the team in the organization should keep active communication with consumers at all times. Any decisions made by the upper management should be updated to the team, who then can relay that information to the customer. Through this, it ensures that all parties are valued.
Apart from this, we will show you how this recommendation can be implemented. We will divide this recommendation into 4 concrete tasks to carry out it. The first task is to collect the opinions and suggestions from consumers, internal team, and partners, and take these opinions and suggestions into account when making decisions, so that the decisions made in this way will be more correct and convincing. As the old saying goes, everyone gathers firewood, and the flame is high. This task will be completed by Ke Yixu in the group. The second task is to improve the production efficiency in the organization. Before all others, the task is distributed to the internal team and partners, and the internal team and partners make preparations in time to facilitate the subsequent tasks. This task will be done by Ken Hongli in the group. The third task is to protect the information from being leaked to others. Sign a confidentiality agreement with all employees about information, and then keep the information in different levels according to the importance, and start the query trace checking mode. This task will be finished by Zheng Yuma in the group. The last task is guarantee consumers' right to know information, and let consumers know no matter what decisions the organization makes. For instance, the information about the huge changes in the accommodation and the diet conditions in the case should be known to consumers at the first time, but the managers in the case didn't do so, thus causing consumers' sense of disparity and disappointment. This task will be accomplished by Fang Qiuyang in the group.
Let me introduce the location and time. Whether setting up a huge event or just planning a small meeting, even planning a management is an uphill task. Planning for both large and small events is essential. The possibility of being prepared could be either simple or complex. Either way, one should consider several steps during the event's planning. The steps to be considered include time and location of task completion, locating and watching out for cost, and identifying potential problem. For the case of the Fire Festival, McFarlane would have considered the following approaches to come up with a better and well-organized event. Human relations play a huge role in motivating people. Visit at all 2016. Motivation in itself requires teamwork and cooperation of the team members. A manager has to consider to benefit acquired from adequately allocating results. We would have considered case advice, closely monitoring the staff activities and skill boost the staff morale. There are 5 critical factors to consider while choosing the location of an event. They could include of asset, security, availability of parking space. The decision by McFarlane to host the festival at Norman's Cay Island was a process, judging for the concern in case when the land recedes. The island lacks safety, washroom, and proper accommodation. Instead of listening to Cass, McFarlane decided to remove Cass from the project. We would put Cass consent into consideration because the location of an event should have even the most basic infrastructure that would cater to people who would be at the event. The rainy season around Bahama usually runs from early May to November. In order to avoid waiting raining storm, our recommendation would move to the festival and March early April. McFarlane and Jack Rule spent 8 weeks planning the music festival to flag. Time management is crucial during management and planning of a project. 8 weeks is definitely a long period of time. In addition, in order to ensure smooth communication among staff members, walkie-talkies should also arrive at the venue of the festival in advice to management, time spent, plan, and the maximum to output. We should consider a well-defined project plan to engine the communicate with stakeholders effectively, flexibly, and to avoid unnecessary meeting.
The manager has got power over the cost used to organize the festival. Knowledge about the type of cost is fundamental. The following are the types of expenses that one needs to watch out for. The reversible cost is one that a manager can return to the original employment decision. On the other hand, the erasable price is quite the opposite. For instance, choosing to work for some extra hours is reversible, whereas choosing to buy and install a machine is irreversible. The control cost is when a manager has complete power over this type of cost. In contrast, the administrative price is one that an administrator is contracted from outside the company. A determined cost is related to production output, whereas a discretionary fee has a discrete relationship between it and the production outcome. Visible cost and a hidden cost. A hidden cost is one that a manager cannot avoid outcomes. A visible price is one in which the manager can see the actual volume of the cost. External costs are the costs channeled to third party, whereas internal costs occur inside a company due to the production activities. We also discuss some potential problems. The first one is scope creep. This is when the client involved does not know what they want and have vague requirements. The second is miscommunication. It occurs due to the lack of good teamwork and poor management skills. The third is lack of clear and precise success criteria. The goals should be clear and the point to maintain focus. And lack of the appropriate skill set and qualification from team members, the manager should consider employee skill set when allocating tasks for a better outcome. Poor risk management strategy. In case of damage, there will be huge losses. Insurance and other risk management strategies are essential to manage risk and avoid extreme loss. Low or little accountabilities. This will result from poor allocation of responsibilities, unrealistic timelines and deadlines. Activities that would take longer should be prioritized and given more time. This is the end of our presentation. Thanks for your listening.